with the influx of new people we keep getting to this game, and as well as a lot of the old people sticking around, I'm here going to be bringing you some of the things that you probably didn't know about Call of the Wild, even if you're an experienced player. If you have anything that you want to be sharing with the rest of the community as well, leave it in the comments down below, and let's help each other out, get better at the game. One of the things that I know a lot of people don't know about is that in your store everything is ordered alphabetically. So if you need the Ranger 243 from your store, you have to scroll all the way down to R. This didn't seem intuitive to a lot of people. This is actually also somewhat true when you're looking in your storage. However, there is a slight difference because they're not going to be mixing the different categories just to move them up alphabetically. So you're still going to have rifles first. They are going to be ranked alphabetically. You're starting up here with the 223, then the 270, all the way down here where you're going to starting to see the handguns. But before the handgun, you got the Whitlock Model 86, if you own this gun, that is. And that is the case going all the way down. You have the shotguns and you have the crossbows and the bows. And that is how it is all the way down. Now let's talk about fast traveling to tents. We all know that when you place down a tent or a tripod, you're going to be spooking everything within like 250-300 meters of where you're placing the tent. If you fast travel to a tent, you shouldn't be spooking anything. Let's have a look down here. There can be some issues with the tents though. Right here. We are at a drinking zone that is supposed to be active. But when you fast travel to a tent that is too close to zones or just in general too close to animals, you might experience this. And I really hope that I'm going to be able to recreate this because this is a very, very active place. I've placed a tent down here just for the sake of trying to make this work. And I hope it is gonna work, because once you fast travel to a tent and it is too close to animals, sometimes they might not render in, and you'll actually have to somewhat leave the area for them to spawn. Now I really would love to see them spawn in somewhere. Please. There we go. Start seeing Gemsbok down there. That was actually there when I fast traveled to the tent. We kept looking down there and yeah, it wasn't there. But you get the point. Now, if you do fast travel to a tent, it's actually like you're putting down the tent once again, but it's gonna do that before any animals render in. However, if you do fast travel to a tent that is already within your render distance, you're gonna end up spooking everything just as you were putting down your tent again. Have a look here. Our little Gemsboy is fleeing. And it's not because he sees me, it's because he knows that somebody just put down a tent and that spooked everything around him. So if there had been anything out even here, that would have been spooked as well. I think that's pretty much everything I can tell you guys about tents. A thing that I also feel like I should try to explain to people, because not everybody knows this, picking up a need zone in an area where you already have a need zone is not gonna delete the old need zone, it's just gonna be overriding it. So it's gonna be showing the most recent one you have over there. You see here, my Gemsbok zone changed to a Warthog zone, but you'll still have both of them drinking here. This, I hope at some point they are going to implement a way. Why does it show Eurasian links up there? I hope that at some point they are going to be implementing a way so we can sort through need zones. Like just let's say right click on our need zone, be like, okay, I want to be taking a look at my Gemsbok need zones. I wanted to be taking a look at my Warthog need zones, because right now I have nothing showing for me that there should be a Gemsbok drinking zone over here. But they're still drinking there, so obviously the zone is still there. Most of you guys are probably aware that hunting from a stand has its benefits. You create less hunting pressure. Why is this important? It's important because once you kill 4 animals in the same area with rifles or handguns or shotguns, you will delete the need zones if you end up creating level 4 hunting pressure. Level 4 hunting pressure is very, very purple on your map. And you do not want that for the most part, unless you don't really care about your zones. However, being in a stand or a blind, that is gonna reduce the amount of hunting pressure you're creating by 75%, meaning that you can kill 15 animals and then the 16th is going to be the one that is going to remove the zone if you shoot them all in the same area. However, if you combine the stands with bows, you can then get the double effect, because recently they have changed the bows to only generate 25% hunting pressure as well, which means you will be able to kill 63 animals before you start deleting any need zones off of your map. Let's just see how much whenever we shoot this guy. If only I could hit. Well, he is gonna go down. Hopefully he's gonna die before he runs out of render. And just to show you the difference, what it looks like. This animal over here, I shot from a hunting structure, where this animal right here, I shot from the ground just next to the hunting structure. And you can clearly see that this over here is way less prominent than this over here. So if I've shot 3 more animals in this area, I would remove any need zone that would be in this area. If I shot 15 more animals in this area from the hunting structure, I would be removing the need zones from up there. I hope it makes sense. If you were out hunting with a bow, you'd be creating this kind of hunting pressure as well whenever you took down any animal. However, if you combine the hunting pressure reduction from the bow with a hunting structure, you'd be creating basically no pressure at all. It's going to be very, very rare. You're going to be able to take out 63 animals in the same area at least. And another tip that I feel like a lot of people actually don't know about is something to do with the trophy lodge. Once you go to your lodge and you want to put up your latest trophy that you've just shot out in the game, then it can all seem very confusing. Because how does this make sense? This right here is a reindeer that I shot the 31st of October 2019. Why is that the first one I see, when I just shot another animal that I want to be putting in here? Actually, it took me a little while to figure out how it's sorted, but it is sorted by time. Which is super stupid, to be completely honest, but at least then you know if you've gone and shot something that you want to be putting up in your lodge and you see the date, well, today it's the 29th of December, then I scroll down to the 29th and find December 2020 right there. I just shot this Eurasian lynx that I wanted to put up in my lodge. This is of course just to show you guys how it works. It is really not intuitive at all. I wish, and they have actually said that they are going to be working on something to better it. Hopefully something where we're going to be able to search through the trophies and such as well. If it was just dated by the time you shot them, so it would be like anything you shot in December 2020 would be latest in my harvest in here, rather than this having to scroll down and look at the actual date of it. I mean, it just doesn't make sense. I wish that we could be able to sort them after species, maybe even after locations and fur types and such as well. But this is how it works currently. I'm sure at some point we're probably going to have it revamped, because it just doesn't make much sense. And if you're a person like me that actually has quite a few trophies, so if you shoot anything like in the beginning of the month, yeah, happy scrolling, guys. But this is how it works. It is very, very, well, stupid in my opinion, but now you know. If you've been a part of my community for a long time, you probably know about the spreadsheet, but just bringing it to your attention if you don't. If you click the Discord link in the description down below, you'll find this on the Discord, a link to a spreadsheet that is going to give you an overview of all the maps, of all the animals, of all the rifles and such, what you can use for what. It is very handy if you need to go around and try to figure out what kind of loadout you need for the different maps. You can also see the metal requirements and the max levels and max weights, instead of having to ask everybody, hey, is a level 4 blacktail big? Well, you go into the spreadsheet, you'll see right here, level 5 is max for blacktail. So yeah, a level 4 blacktail can potentially be big. What you really should be paying attention to on the spreadsheet is the zone times. Once you get an understanding how Call of the Wild works, and it's very much based around need zones, something like this is gonna be so valuable to you, because for the most part you probably want to be hunting most of the animals during their drinking time. So if you set out and you really want to be giving a good run for fallow deer, on Hirschfelden you're gonna be running out trying to look at any kind of drinking spots between 9 and 13 where the fallow deer should be drinking. As I said, there is a link in the description down below to a Discord. On there you'll find this very, very beautiful spreadsheet, which can also show you different collars to use, the different fur types of all the animals and such. It's just in general a really, really good thing to have to help you get better in Call of the Wild. I hope I did give you some kind of knowledge that you did not have already. If you have anything to add, please leave it in the comments down below. I'd love to hear your tips and tricks. Thank you so very much for watching.